Now, when I met with Mayor White on this in his office several months ago, and one of the things I said to the mayor, I said, this is not right if people, are absolutely losing all the value of their property by this ordinance. We talked about all these issues we've talked about, but one of the things that got his attention was I said, Mayor, by devaluating these 10,000 properties, you're going to impact the tax rolls to the city because the appraisals are going to be lowered, and that's less taxes you're going to have. I thought maybe that would get his attention, and it did. And what's happening so far on the appraisal front?
We commissioned a firm, a professional firm, O'Connor Associates,
right.
They're very, very much an expert in this particular issue on they call it diminution due to inverse condemnation. That's a long way of saying they're experts in the floodway issue, and they did a pretty extensive study, Dan, on the two things: the loss of the property value due strictly to the law. I mean, we just basically gave their firm the law on one hand and gave them the database of properties on the other, and their job was take the law, apply it to the database. I mean, we didn't interfere. There's a law, there's a database, go at it. And their answer was twofold. It was the property loss to the property owners and the tax loss to the city. I don't have it right in front of me, but I get the numbers very close in my head. The tax loss to the city was based on 2%. Here it is. John just gave it to me. $38 million to $70 million a year on a 2%. Well, my taxes are closer to 3, so I just kind of say $100 million kind of number. And the big number, which is absolutely mind-boggling, is $1.9 billion to $3.5 billion in total property loss due to the law. It's just that simple.
So what's let's wrap this up, guys, and what's the next step? First of all, we want our listeners to be aware of this floodway ordinance that, again, was, just kind of quietly, slipped by everybody, as often happens in legislation at every level. Back in October of 2006, more and more people who were impacted started finding out. You all put together a citizens group. Again, you can go to HoustonFloodway.org. If you're anywhere near a bayou, folks, you could be impacted. Now, am I correct? Is the River Oaks Country Club in this?
No, we did locate a bunch of homes in River Oaks.
A number of homes in River Oaks, but not the River Oaks Country Club.
Not that I know of, no.
But a number of homes in River Oaks, Kingwood, Memorial, along the bayous. Again, I have close to 1,100 homes in just my Senate district that this impacts, and most people don't think of my Senate district inside the loop because it's really not. I mean, I have a few streets, but basically it's outside the loop. It impacts my district in the Memorial area, but this goes up in the 290 area. Anywhere there's a bayou, if you are within several thousand feet, folks, you may be in this and don't even know it. One of the things you'd want to do, obviously, if you're in it, you want to go and protest your property taxes immediately because you don't want to be paying high property taxes on property that the city says is worthless. And secondly, you want to join the forces here to try to get this overturned. But what are the next steps? What are you all doing now?
Well, as it stands now, there's, I believe, roughly 5 lawsuits in the courts by members of our organization, and it's in the court system. And we're busily working in the court of public opinion and the court of law. And one intriguing aspect of the ordinance they passed is they removed the provision which required the city to pay full market value for property as it would be outside the floodway. So you can see with introduction of the ordinance how they've set the stage where they're not required by law to give you market value. So they've set themselves up quite nicely.
Right. Lastly, very quickly, in terms of how we could fix this, there's always compromise in life. And one of the things that I recommended to the mayor, well, first of all, I think he should take a look at this ordinance and repeal it to begin with and go back to the Harris County map that shows where the risks are. I even talked to the engineering firm who worked on this, and they thought the city overstepped their bounds dramatically on this issue. But one of the things they could do is go back to the other map that they could choose. The second thing is allow people to repair and remodel if they need to, or put their home if they choose, in some precaution way on stilts or whatever they want. And again, we don't even have many houses in the floodway that are even impacted in that manner. But lastly, the city needs to come in and pony up. If you want to tell me my business is worth nothing and you're taking it for the good of the public, you need to give me a check for it.
Absolutely.
Dan, you really have a great understanding of this. You hit it on the head from start to finish. Going forward, we just keep banging away the court of public opinion and the courts.
Yeah, and try to get the awareness out there.
And we just ran 150 ads on cable. We're about to do that again. Got articles coming out in major newspapers. So we're really trying hard.
Hey, we want people in the floodway gone.
Yes.
Okay, it's just that simple.
Yeah,
and
the
they
floodway
need to get rid
needs
of
to be
this,
gone. Right.
This 50% substantial damage clause. I mean, it's effectively an asphyxiation, a strangulation of 10,000 properties, and it's not right and it's wrong.
Hey, guys, thank you, and appreciate your work on it. Keep fighting. We'll be right back on the Voice of Texas. That's HoustonFloodway.org. And again, if you're anywhere near Bayou, you want to see if you're involved in this, and family members, because we're talking about a shocking impact on the net worth of any individual to take your property and say it's worth nothing, your business or your homes. Check it out, HoustonFloodway.org, and if you are impacted or your family or friends are, get involved. Let's get this overturned. Just one more battle, folks. We got to fight. It never ends.